Welcome. I'll be reacting to Carnival of Souls. I know absolutely nothing about this other than it was highly requested and it's in black and white. This is not a market substitute. Please support the original. Uh-oh. Not the best place to drag race. Yeah, I was worried about that. Great opening. The music is fantastic.
Yeah, all I guess we can do is keep trying.
She survived. I guess she swam out just in time. Looks like some time has passed, but they're still trying to find them. It's interesting that she still has her heels on. The organ players that I've known always had a pair of flats with them whenever they were playing the organ because you have to use your feet in addition to your hands.
Is this like the one I'll be playing in Utah?
It's quite similar. I supervised the installation myself. The accident won't delay your going, will it?
No. I'm leaving this morning. There's nothing I can do here.
That's right. Well, Mary, you'll make a fine organist for that church. Day before yesterday, she was the only one of 3 girls to survive an accident. You'd think she'd feel a little something like humbleness or gratitude.
I think she's still in shock. That kind of trauma definitely would change someone. Oh, that's so pretty. The score for this is just haunting. I love it. Oof. Oh, not again. Oh. It's always mildly creepy when you're driving alone at night in the country. Your cell phone doesn't work. There's no signs. Pitch black. You do feel like you're seeing things after a while. It gets to you. Oh, is this one of the states where they pump your gas for you? That's always really cool.
Could you tell me what that big structure is back a few miles by the lake?
Oh, you mean the old bathhouse? Then they put those buildings up out there and made some sort of a carnival there for a while. That's years ago, though. Just stands out there now.
I see.
This ain't no regular rooming house, you know. I only got you and Mr. Linden across the hall. Each room's got its own private bathroom, too.
Nice.
All right.
Good night, Mrs. Thomas.
It's nice that she doesn't hover. Those are a lovely set of rooms. I wouldn't mind staying here. Really? What a lovely little church.
You know this was made in the same town where I've been studying.
Of course, that's where we heard about you. We have a nice congregation. We'll have to have some sort of reception. They want to meet you.
Couldn't we just skip that?
Skip that?
I'm with Mary on this one. I've never understood receptions. Small talk with strangers is absolute torture to introverts, and I'm getting the feeling she's one of us. So I'd be doing everything possible to get out of it as well. At the same time, the priest does have a point where if you come across aloof when you arrive at a parish, it will make a bad first impression. So if I were her, I would just swallow the pain and do the first reception and just deal with it so that they would be friendlier to me later on.
We have an organist capable of stirring the soul.
Is that him? With his makeup, he's definitely from the carnival.
Nothing at all. I've practiced the whole afternoon and it's gotten me in a mood.
You need some fresh air. I've got to make a call out past the lake. Would you like to come along for the ride?
You know that old pavilion out there?
Mm-hmm.
Will we pass it?
Go right by it. Stop and look at it if you like.
She has inherent curiosity that I find fascinating.
It's been deserted for a long time now.
Will you take me in?
My goodness, no. It isn't safe out there anymore.
I got some coffee and sandwich makings left. I could bring you some up after a while.
Good. I'll be taking one of those baths you're so generous with. Come in, Mrs. Thomas.
Is her bath leaking or something? Why does he need to come in?
I thought you were Mrs. Thomas.
I'm John Linden. I'm your neighbor right across the hall.
Oh, nice to meet you. Would you excuse me?
Hey, I was wondering
I
if you're
just
not doing it.
stand right there.
Maybe she needs the carnival guy to protect her from the creepy neighbor.
I just thought we had to ask you out to dinner.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, but I can't accept.
I know. We haven't met or anything yet, but I just thought living
I'm
in the
sorry.
same house.
You'll have to excuse me.
Yeah, you're being really rude right now. Keep your door locked and maybe furniture against it. No. He's fine. It's your neighbor you need to worry about. I trust the ghost way more. Move the armchair against the door. Tell her about your other boarder and what he just tried to do.
Who's the man in the hall?
Us three is all there is in this house.
But you must have passed him out there.
You're needing this food. Wrong with that? Eating makes you jumpy sometimes. Don't drink the coffee. If coffee keeps you awake,
It won't.
Hopefully that's decaf.
never keeps me awake.
She's lying there, awake. Go away.
People seem shocked because I took a job in a church, and I regard it simply as a job. I'm a professional organist, and I play for pay, that's all. Let's have no more nights.
Or let's make them more interesting. Huh? Yeah, I used to play pretty good football, but they wanted me to take a lot of classes and things, you know?
Well, they're that way.
I really don't like people who get in your personal space without permission. Maybe it's just me. Maybe she's fine with it.
You're gonna need me in the evening, too. You just don't know it yet.
The drape is just fine. Otherwise, it
I
looks
like it.
very nice. I'm sure it isn't very chic to take the second dress, but I like it.
That is a beautiful dress. This film is so atmospheric. They even managed to make the dressing room feel off. And it's partly her acting, which is excellent.
I like it fine. I believe I'll have you deliver the dress if you don't mind. I did say I'd take it.
Is she not alive? What if Mary is a ghost who's able to be corporeal at certain times? And that's why people think she's still alive, but she's not. And that's why she's drawn to the pavilion. She's dead. Don't forget your dress. It was really cute. $42. Do you see that? Better get your towel. She can still touch things.
I'll take her over to my office. We'll see that she's all right.
What about her purse?
And then you saw this man.
He's been following me, that's all there is to it.
It isn't that simple, though, is it?
What do you mean?
He could hardly have been in the park this afternoon, or one of us men would have seen him. Don't you want to join in the things that other people do? Share the experiences of other people?
I don't seem
No.
capable of being very close to people. My imagination is playing tricks on me. I'm going to put a stop to it.
You're a very strong-willed person, aren't you?
I survived, if that's what you mean. And the time to go out there is now. And if I have to, I can go alone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. This is an outstanding location. I don't know if they built it as a set or actually found it. I know Disney would probably never allow this, but it would be so cool to have a film that's maybe post-apocalyptic set in Disneyland after it's been abandoned, with everything empty, half falling down. I would so watch that movie. It's definitely responding to her presence. I have to say, I love the symbolism in this of the water. We've seen her with the bath, the saltwater bathing behind her. I really think she drowned. I've done some exploring of abandoned buildings like this, and it's one of my favorite things to do. It's always incredible. There's something just fascinating about a building that used to be ornate and well used, and now it's falling apart. Did he drown too? That's how she's playing. I have been wondering this entire time because I used to go to a church with an organ like this, and I was on the altar guild, so we were often there at the same time when she was practicing. I don't know about the bare feet though, because what if your feet are kind of dirty? I would at least keep your stockings on. There's the water again. She needs to talk to him.
Profane, sacrilege. What are you playing in this church? Have you no respect? Do you feel no reverence? I'm afraid you cannot be our organist. In conscience, I must ask you to resign.
I thought she was playing something beautiful. What does that priest know? He's the one with the problem, not her. This is why you don't bring introverts to social places when they tell you not to. Like, we're not joking. This is what happens.
Look, I paid good money for that stuff. It ain't poison.
I'm sorry if I annoy you.
You know, I don't get you.
I do.
First you stand me off.
Tonight I want to be with you.
Me or just with anybody? You ask me and you dislike me a little, huh?
Where's the carnival man? We need him.
What's the matter with you?
Ben's after me. You gotta stop him. He's after me again.
I'm getting
Now you have to go.
Not me, sister. That's just what I need. Get mixed up with some girl who's off her rocker.
I don't want to be left alone.
Now you're getting it. Finally. How is she going to pay her rent now, though?
I can't let her stay in this house.
You won't have to worry about that.
I just don't understand that priest. So what, she wasn't playing a hymn? She was practicing. I mean, people practice with scales, they practice with other pieces of music. And the landlady, you heard her, she turned against Mary right away. It's like when you're someone who isn't comfortable getting close to people, having things like this happen to you, it just makes it worse. It confirms it. It was a mistake to even let them that close. I really hope she'll be okay. Not a good time for her car to break down when she doesn't have money. They let her stay in the car up there? Seems a bit dangerous. Uh-oh. She just went out of phase.
I want to get away from here.
Eastbound bus. Now loading.
Will you help me? I need your help.
This must be terrifying for her. I don't think she realizes that she's dead. That was a deliberate choice in the background there. She seems to come back into phase when she touches trees. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
They're everywhere. They're not going to let me go. Everywhere I turn, he's trying to take me back somewhere. I can't fight
The
anymore.
river.
I don't know what... You've got to tell me what to do.
It's not the doctor. Beautiful shot. This is where she belongs. Yeah. See how they slightly sped it up so it felt jittery? Perfect.
And then the footprints leading up to here.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
They're going to find her body in the river. Even though the movie itself was incredibly predictable, it was so atmospheric and just gorgeous shots. The sound design with the heavy footsteps, when all the exterior sound dampened when she was back to her normal ghost self, the bird song. It is so artistic. I think I mentioned a couple of times the constant theme of water throughout, even when she was drinking from the fountain. The soul clinging to life, not willing to let go yet. Even though his makeup was kind of freaky, I never got the sense from the Carnival man that he meant her any harm. It was more that there was a connection there that she was refusing to acknowledge. The other boarder, Mr. Linden, I think it was, he was the scariest part of this movie. That was the real horror part of this horror film. I don't mind the somewhat goth dance party that was going on at the carnival. That was kind of cool. The costuming was beautifully elegant. This film was so well done. Let me look up the organist really quickly because that score was out of this world. It was composed by Gene Moore. It says here that Gene was an organist, so I would presume he's the one playing? They did come out with a soundtrack, and it says Gene Moore on it, so I'm pretty sure He's the one playing. His father was also an organist. That was definitely a gem of a film. Thank you for recommending it.